This first study found that those that had a concurrent alcohol use were more likely to drop out. However, those that did have an alcohol use concern and stayed throughout their intervention program saw a reduction in their alcohol use through after the completion of their BIP program. Now that wasn't a long-term effect; it was a short-term effect. But so there is some maybe some value in that, and kind of connecting to my underlying thesis here of this next study is that when substance use and the domestic violence perpetration are incorporated into both sides of the treatment. So again, you're working with substance use, talking about maybe the individual, like I said, has a court case for domestic battery. They bringing that concern into their conversation, just like bringing in the substance use into the conversation about domestic violence is can be useful, right? And can be. It feels like it feels like you're speaking to the person's holistic needs, right? Not just saying you're wrong because you committed this act of violence, right? And there's a lot of shame that exists around substance use, right, at a societal level. So trying to incorporate that and holistically address the concerns that the individual has. Right. So one of the challenges in talking about this is that a lot of research on these programs doesn't necessarily always look at substance. It kind of, like I said, it'll take this one size fits all approach and look very narrowly at, okay, this individual came in, whatever their backgrounds are, maybe it doesn't matter as much. We're just focusing on did they continue to commit violence after the completion of their group. Whereas, focusing on all these areas like substance use reduction, things like that need to be incorporated. So that's one of the deficits that exists within the research. And I had mentioned this before, that a lot of these batterer intervention programs, if it is revealed that a group member is currently using substances, sometimes it can be something that the group member says. Sometimes they show up to group and the scent of a substance is noticeable, very noticeable. That is in many groups is justification for termination and removal from the group, part of the contract that they sign. Because again, the group is part of their court sentencing, and so there's expectations that they have to adhere to. And if you're running one of these BIP groups, if you notice someone has talked about substance use in the past, right? Maybe they're currently talking about it, but the rules in your program don't dictate they have to leave the group, right? You make a referral. At the very minimum, a referral should be made for a substance use counselor to address that, because going back to what the research says and connecting it anecdotally with my experience as a facilitator, I noticed that the group members who were also in a substance use treatment, which was sometimes through drug court as well, so they also had a case about that as well, but they would show tremendous amounts of growth because they're really getting a lot more information, right, than someone who's just attending the batterer intervention group. So that's how these two connect a little bit.